Earlier today in my mentorship group, one of my colleagues there said, I really want my online course to take off and help me build passive income into my business. And I totally get it. Sheryl Plouffe here, video strategist. Let's talk about online courses and specific to how do you produce the videos for those online courses, because that's what I do. I'm a video expert. If you're new to me, I am a former TV broadcaster based here in Canada and have done over 20,000 hours of live TV broadcasting. I've also produced quite a few online courses. And today I want to talk about video production and how do you create the videos for those courses. Whether you already have a course, maybe you want to upgrade the videos, or you're starting from scratch, maybe you have a proof of concept, you've already pre-sold that course, you've done a beta run, you're kind of ready to start putting in the time, energy, and effort to make that a sustainable and self-study type of course online. So let's talk about the tools and the production process that you're going to want to consider as you go through this. The first thing that you want to think about is how are you going to record those videos? And here are some options for your consideration. One is, and it's a tool that we're all too familiar with now, Zoom. You can use Zoom to record your course content. Here's how. Create a Zoom meeting or use your personal meeting ID. And what you'll do is you'll open a Zoom meeting and it'll be a meeting of one. It'll just be you. Let's presume that you have maybe something on your computer that you want to share and teach with, or maybe you've created some slides that you want to teach with. You're able to share your screen on Zoom. So you're going to record the meeting, share your screen, and do the teaching. You can do that all through Zoom. Another option would be for you to use a screen capture program like CAMTASIA. That's my favorite one to use. There are others such as ScreenFlow and others that do a similar thing. What it's going to do is similar to Zoom. It's going to allow you to share your screen and to record that. So my favorite is CAMTASIA. I've been using it for years. And so that is one way that you can do that. One little note about CAMTASIA and a little bonus tip is that with CAMTASIA, you're also able to do the editing. And I'll get to editing in just a moment. Another tool that you can use is your phone or your mobile device. It could be an iPad, it could be a phone. I'm using my phone today to create this video. So you might need to have a tripod so that you can have the phone sitting on the tripod and you have your hands free. I think it would be quite difficult to record content for a course if you were holding the phone. So you definitely want to have that braced and anchored on a tripod. But you can definitely record your video content on a phone or on an iPad, on a mobile device, and then look at taking those files and moving them to the next stage, which is editing. Another tool that you can use, and it depends on which course platform you're using. I run my entire business on KAJABI, and KAJABI is where I host my courses. Within KAJABI, I am able to directly record my video content inside those posts. Your tool may be able to do that as well, so something for you to look into. But in terms of recording, KAJABI does allow you to do the recording directly into the tool. It gives you some other options as well, such as capturing the video and saving it into Dropbox or bringing it in from Google Drive, but it does have the option to record directly from KAJABI. So let's move on to stage 2. Stage 2 is how are you going to edit the video now? So we've recorded, now we need to edit. And you have a few different options. I kind of mentioned it a moment ago in step 1, and that is with CAMTASIA, you're able to not only screen capture, but now you're able to do the editing within the tool, within the software. That editing could be as simple as trimming off the beginning and trimming off the end, or it could be as complex as editing the entire video, chopping out pieces from the middle, moving things around, adding other elements in, maybe photos, maybe text, maybe music. You can really make this as complex as you want. But CAMTASIA allows you to do the editing within that tool. Another way to edit your videos for your course would be with, and especially if you've recorded it on your mobile device, you can use a video editing app to do the editing directly within that device. Some of my favorites are Video Shop, InShot. Those are my two favorites. And there are a variety of different things that you can do with those. In particular with Video Shop, one of the features that I love about that app is that you can import video B-roll into the project. So those are just some ways that you can look at editing those videos for your courses. Which leads us to step number 3. And step 3 is uploading these videos now into the actual course, depending on which course platform you're using. Like I said, I use KAJABI. And as I mentioned previously, you can record it directly in KAJABI, but if you have pre-recorded the content, now you've got to bring it into KAJABI. And like I said, just options, you can have it, living on a Google Drive or Dropbox, or you can just hit the option to select to import that video directly from your computer. So you're uploading it from your computer directly into KAJABI. So with regard to uploading your content, what you're essentially doing is you're bringing it into the tool, into the software where the course will be housed. You're also hosting that video, or that platform will then be hosting the video on your behalf. So when I upload a video to KAJABI, KAJABI is hosting that video for me. It's where it's living. You're going to want to look into your course platform and see if it's set up that same way. Is the video being hosted there? If you don't have that option, it could be a case where you need to have the video hosted or living somewhere else, and that you can embed that content into your course platform. That may be the case in depending what tool you're using. If that's the case, then there are 2 different ways that you can go about that. One is to use a paid hosting tool such as Wistia, or you can use a free hosting tool like YouTube. YouTube is so many things. It's a search engine, it's a network, it's also a hosting platform. The trick with YouTube is you're going to upload your content there, your course content, you're going to set it, the visibility, to unlisted. So set it to unlisted, and you're still going to generate a link, you're still going to generate an embed code, and you're able to use those links or those embed codes by copying and pasting them and importing them into the appropriate tool. With the paid hosting tool, Wistia, you may have heard of Vimeo. I don't use Vimeo personally because I've been using Wistia for years, but Wistia does the same thing. You upload your content, it lives there, it's hosted there, it generates links, it generates the embed codes. The thing with Wistia is it does give you more parameters and more options and more bells and whistles. So that's kind of cool, but those are 2 things that you're going to want to consider if your course hosting platform isn't actually housing that content for you directly in the tool. So those are the considerations. Step 1 is how are you recording it? Step 2 is how are you editing it? And step 3 is the upload. And now let me direct your attention to this video, which is about KAJABI landing pages. I'll see you over there.